Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Mr. Irwin bringing you a very special lesson today because it includes two of the most favorite things in mathematics. We have division, we have fractions. It is time to divide fractions. Our first example is up on the screen. Grab a sheet of paper, copy it down, and work through it with me. We have 1/4 divided by 2/3. Dividing fractions by hand is an extremely tedious process. So actually, we have a shortcut. Instead of trying to divide 1/4 by 2/3, we are going to convert this into a multiplication problem. To do that, we use a process called keep, change, flip. What it means is we're going to take the first fraction in our problem and we're going to keep it the same. So everyone, leave 1/4 alone. Next, we're going to change the operation. We are going to change division to its inverse, to the opposite. The opposite of dividing is multiplying. So we have now changed this into a multiplication problem. But in order to do that, we need to flip the second fraction. So we're going to take our 2/3 and we're going to flip it upside down. The 3 goes from the bottom to the top, and the 2 goes from the top down to the bottom. That process of flipping a fraction called a reciprocal. So we have the reciprocal of 2/3, which is 3/2. Now that I've converted this into a multiplication problem, follow your steps from the multiplying fractions video. Check your diagonals for anything you can simplify. 1 and 2 have no common factors. Same with 3 and 4. So we are ready to multiply through. Numerators across the top. 1 times 3 is 3. 4 times 2 is 8. 3/8 is a proper fraction, cannot be reduced any further. And that is our answer. 1/4 divided by 2/3 equals 3/8. All right, our second example is on the screen. Please copy it down and work through it with me. The example is 4/9 divided by 6. Now, just like the multiplication of fractions, we can't do anything until all of the values in the problem are in fraction form. The 4/9 is good to go. I'm going to drop my division sign, and now I need to make 6 a fraction. Remember, to make all whole numbers in fraction form, just place it over the denominator of 1. So we have 6/1. 4/9 divided by 6/1. Now that we have a division problem where all values are in fraction form, we are going to convert it to a multiplication problem using the process keep, change, flip. Keep the 4/9 the same. Change division to multiplication, and now flip your fraction. 6/1 becomes 1/6. Once you're to this point, we have multiplication. Check your diagonals for any common factors. Here I have a 4 and a 6. They are both divisible by 2, so do that division. 4 divided by 2 is 2, and 6 divided by 2 is 3. My other diagonal, 9 and 1, no common factors there, so we are ready to multiply. Straight across the top, 2 times 1 is 2. 9 times 3 is 27. 2 27ths cannot be reduced. It is a proper fraction, and that is your quotient. 4/9 divided by 6 is 2 27ths. All right, let's do one more example. Please copy it down. 4 2/5 divided by 6/7. Again, making sure all values are in fraction form before we begin. That means converting this mixed number, 4 2/5, into an improper fraction. Start with our denominator 5. Multiply it times the whole number 4. 5 times 4 is 20, and then we're going to add the numerator 2 to get a total of 22. We're going to place that result on top of the original denominator 5, drop our division sign. 6/7 is in fraction form. It's good to go. Just bring it down. Now that everything is in fraction form, we are dividing, which means it's time to keep, change, and flip. Keep the first fraction the same, 22/5. Change division to multiplication, and now flip 6/7 to become 7/6. Now, because we're multiplying, we can simplify any diagonals that share a common factor. 22 and 6 are both even values, meaning we can divide them by 2. 22 divided by 2 is 11, and 6 divided by 2 is 3. Diagonally here, 5 and 7, no common factors, so we cannot reduce those values at all. Let's get ready to multiply. 11 times 7 is 77, And 5 times 3 is 15. The result, 77 over 15. That is an improper fraction, which means some long division for us to convert it back into a mixed number. The 77 goes inside of the long division bracket. The denominator 15 becomes the divisor. Now we are dividing. 15 can't go into 7. Now we need to determine how many 15s will fit into 77. 15 will go into 77 5 times because 5 times 15 is 75. When I subtract 75 from 77, I get a result of 2. Check step tells me that 2 is less than 15, and because there is nothing left to bring down, 2 is my remainder. Make that my numerator in my mixed number, and my divisor 15 will become my denominator. 5 2/15 is our final answer. All right, 2 new problems on the screen for you to try out on your own. Pause the video, work them out independently. When you're finished, come back and check to see how you performed. Hopefully you gave yourself enough time to complete both problems. Let's go through them together. We have 7/8 divided by 2 3/8. I'm going to start by making sure all values are in fraction form. 7/8 is good to go. I bring over my division sign. 2 3/8, we need to make an improper fraction. 8 times 2 is 16, plus 3 more is 19 over 8. Now we're going to keep, change, and flip. 7/8 stays the same. Change division to multiplication, and the reciprocal of 19/8 is 8/19. Now that we're multiplying, cross simplify. 7 and 19 share no common factors, but diagonally here I have 2 8s. Both of those will be divisible by 8. 8 divided by 8 is 1. 8 divided by 8 is 1. Now we're ready to multiply. Numerators across the top. 7 times 1 is 7, and the denominators 1 times 19 is 19. 7/19, it's proper, cannot be reduced, and your final answer. Let's take a look at our second problem. 10 divided by 4 1/6. Let's get these in fraction form. The whole number 10 will go over 1. Drop my division sign. And now 4 1/6, convert to an improper fraction. 6 times 4 is 24, plus 1 more is 25 over 6. Now that everything is in fraction form, it's time to keep, change, and flip. Keep the 10 over 1 the same. Change division to multiplication, and flip that 25/6 into 6/25. Because we have a multiplication problem now, we can cross simplify if we see any common factors. 10 and 25 are both divisible by 5. 10 divided by 5 is 2. 25 divided by 5 is 5. Now we check our other diagonal. 1 and 6 share no common factors. It's time to multiply. 2 times 6 is 12. 1 times 5 is 5. The result of my multiplication is 12/5, which is an improper fraction. Time for a little long division. Numerator on the inside, denominator on the outside. 5 goes into 12 twice. 2 times 5 is 10. 12 minus 10 is 2, which is less than 5. Nothing left to bring down. Means that 2 is my remainder. Start a fraction beside your whole number. The remainder goes on top. Divisor on the bottom. Final answer, 2 2/5. Please complete the independent practice assignment for dividing fractions. Take a picture of your work and upload that file for submission. Take care, guys.